Okay. Hello, colleagues. So we are live, and we are today on a uh, pro on a talk next on our second talk for BA Project Insider. How to standardize business analyst work in practice. And during today's BA Project Insider run, we are going to speak about very important topic: how to standardize business analyst work in practice. A lot of BA leads and seniors are faced with the question in practice, so let's speak about three most popular approaches to how we can recognize and orchestrate such complex activities. And I would like to present our speakers. It's Dmytro Lozovytskyi and Oleksandr Moskaliuk. So, colleagues, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Volodymyr. I think that we need to correct ourselves. So this is the fourth run of BA Project Insider, but it's okay. Yeah. Guys, you're welcome. You're welcome to our business analysis community, global BA community. As usually, we prepared for you this time a cool topic and very actual topic for any BA, any kind of BA. So let's speak about. And as was announced, we have some kind of agenda today. So let me, first of all, to introduce our special guest, Head of Business Process Optimization Department, Oleksandr Moskaliuk. Oleksandr has more than 20 or over 20 years of experience in IT, in business processes automation area, in financial management. He also obtained a lot of IT valuable and very efficient IT certifications, and also Oleksandr is a part, of IIBA Ukraine chapter board. So I think that this is the most interesting information about our speaker, with a great experience, with a great knowledge, and very cool person. So Oleksandr, you're welcome.
Yeah, Dmitry, hi everyone. Dmitry, thank you for having me, and I'm happy to be here and share my knowledge, with all our audience.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's start. This is short information about me. I think that, guys, you know me. If not, I am a chief business analyst in EPAM, and I like to combine different kind of knowledge and share this knowledge with people. So small reminder for us. I just turn on my timer, and we will have 30 minutes active discussion for proposed topic. 3 practical cases, 2 experts, and main outcome, as usually, 1-pager helper for you guys. So let's start. Let's start from the first case. I think that this case is the most tricky one, but at the same time could be easy for business analysts or experienced business analysts, we can say. But in any case 1, BA works without setup process. What kind of conditions we could find out when we are onboarded on such kind of project? Very often, guys, we have not very mature team management. It happens. It happens very often. Especially when we set up, or when we were hiring up with team setup in our organizations and project onboarding activities, and somehow we should manage this situation. We should cooperate with our managerial staff. I mean, managerial staff in IT company. So what is the main specific? Workflow process was not set up, or is not set up yet. I mean the whole work process, workflow process for our team. Activities are not stable as usually, and there is a lack of BA's role understanding. So, Oleksandr, I know that you faced with such kind of challenge, with a kind of case, and this case contains a lot of challenges. So, please, can you share with us some kind of information about?
Sure. Thank you. And of course, yeah, it's I can't say that it's common practice, but sometimes when you join some ongoing project, it starts and you see that first of all, management is not very experienced, let's say, in different types of practices. Yeah, some they can be they can know some standard practices or practices they've been using before, but when they start some new project and context is changed, they can face some issues of how to set up all the processes. And often PMs don't understand the role of business analyst in the project. It happens as well. So when you get in such project, it's really important to understand first of all, understand the level, experience level of the project manager. Then you should understand anyway, you should help project manager to set up all the processes in the team. It's even if you don't agree with their approach of process management, process flow building, you should understand the value on every step that they trying to get from such process, understand why they are building it this way. So it can be lack of understanding, or it can be some specific of the project, or specifics of team members, or specific of stakeholders. And you should clearly understand this, because when you start to suggesting some changes, you should understand how will it affect all these main stakeholders and situation. And if you don't aware that, for example, some let's say they just used to approve all the requirements during call, no documents, nothing sent, no email, just during the call. And of course the main first step, you think, let's set up approving process, let's send our stakeholders some email or document to set up Jira, they will just approve it and they will happily approve all the documents. But then you can realize that 1 hour of the call, it's all time you can get from the stakeholders that can approve all this requirement. And they would not read anything else, or at least on this step of the project or this phase of the project. So you should just try to get confirmation during the call. You can start sending them meeting notes, but don't push them to confirm them. Just let them get used to it, that there is very useful information. They can get information from these meeting notes, but it will be very bad scenario when, for example, next time when they will ask to change something that they confirmed before during the call. It's standard situation in this such approval process. So it will be very bad to point them that, guys, 2 days ago we have a recording and on 24th minute you said that it should be this way. It won't work on the first stages of the project.
Absolutely agree.
Try to understand what's going on, try to adapt to this, and then improve. Show your stakeholders, your project manager, the value of these meeting notes, of maybe later just connect to these some other requirements and show them that they can quickly find everything that we discussed previously during this call. They can build on it. And it's one simple example, but anyway, we should just adapt to the situation. We're not in the position very often that we can just change everything. From today we start a new life.
Let's resume what you said. So the first piece of advice from you, as from an expert side, so build the picture. After that, just monitor some kind of weak and strong signals. I mean, in behavior, in activities, etc. Orient on them and adapt yourself step by step to the situation to change the situation on the next steps.
Yep, we can say that it's standard approach to any situation, but if we're talking about specifically this case, so we should, so we have management that we should manage, team managers that we should manage. We have team, because often if manager doesn't understand, the project manager doesn't understand the role and the value of the business analyst, team would not do as well. So next step, try to educate them. And again, don't do it from the position that, guys, I am certified, I know better, listen to me and do as I say. Doesn't work.
Yes,
Unfortunately.
agree. Yeah.
So try to explain them the value of what we are doing.
And how you going to do that?
Just waiting for the right situation.
Okay.
Preparing minimum but useful artifacts, and showing in the right situation, guys, see, this way you can do it faster, better, and with less mistakes. Let's try this way. Yeah, and it's don't point out their mistake that they remember 2 weeks ago I told you that we should do it. Doesn't work.
So let's resume the second piece of advice from Oleksandr. As you said, so educate guys step by step and based on case, on practical cases. That is also great
real
approach.
Situation. Let's say not even based some unconnected, just real time cases from your project.
Yep. And so act by example. Yep, seems like.
Yeah. Sure.
In this situation. Okay, I have one more question regarding to this pretty standard case in our practice. So what is the main maybe piece of advice from you, Oleksandr, how we can set up BA work process from scratch?
We should set up it according the context of the project. The main thing, it should bring the value to the project, and then it's hard for me to say the one correct way how to set up it.
Yes, this is a tricky question. That is why I just want to highlight for the guys who are watching us right now that setup of BA work process is not one-time activity. Yeah, is not one meeting activity or one-time activity. I mean one-time activity. It's some kind of initial process that should be started on the start of the project, and after that, step by step, will be improved on each stage of the project based on context, as Oleksandr mentioned, based on context of the project situation that we have. So we got the 3 piece of advice from you, and I think that this is the right time to go to the next case. Case number 2, how BA standardized work process in ongoing project. Yep. So if in compare with the first case, we have really ongoing project. And the main conditions in that case, in that situation, guys, could be we could face with ongoing project that has a rapidly growing team, and this is also pretty not rare case in our practice, and existing process based on micromanagement. Or we can say that in our team, our managers just want to control everything because they need to scale somehow the project activities for different teams, and they may be frustrated or maybe scared or maybe they have a lack of knowledge, etc. And in that case, very often all project issues are resolved based only on the core team members' expertise. So, Oleksandr, how you just improve this situation?
Yeah, I want to a little bit expand conditions, because often the standardized work process needed for big teams. If you have one BA, 2 developers, and 1 PM, often they will do just as they do, and it will work. But when you have growing team, when you have +3 BAs, for example, +10 developers, they start facing the standard issues like, where I can find information about how it works? What should I change? Do we have anything like this in the functionality in the system? So all this information core team keeps in their mind. Yeah, they know perfectly system. They can quickly answer this question. That's why they get used to create limited requirements, because they perfectly understand each other. But when you have new people in the project, this question starts to appear. And the standard situation that you have small sub teams in your team. So you have BA, some developers, and they are working this way. This guy is working this way, this guy is working this way, and they deliver, actually. They can even deliver and successfully develop the project, but each BA will create their own type of requirements or in their own format.
Yeah.
But when the project is going on, there is always changes. So one BA just left the company, or you should improve, you want to switch all the teams to one feature just to quickly develop this. And here starts again the problems that BAs don't understand. They spend a lot of time just to understand what is written, how requirements is built. And this way, you need some way of standardization. Yeah. Also, it helps a lot when you later need to build some documentation about the system. So this way, it's the best time for standardization. But as always, you can't just stop all the activities and start building documents from scratch, just right way. So you do it evolutionary.
Yeah, I just want to ask about, why evolutionary?
Because you don't have this freedom just to stop everything and just write your requirements. You should deliver, and to be able to change requirements evolutionary, you need some type of backbone. It will be requirements architecture. So you just create requirements architecture, and then you just put together all the requirements you have in this architecture and start growing it, but with understanding what we are doing, in what place, etc. And
so
I totally.
So you propose to create the description or holistic vision on the whole picture of business requirements and define them, align with all needed stakeholders, and to get the picture, to get all the pieces of the picture together. And after that, I think you propose to adopt BA work approach based on existing situation and on exists teamwork practice. Yep.
Yes, but we building not a business requirements architecture, but product architecture. Our requirements architecture should be the same as product architecture. So basically, we are doing some basic feature feature map, something like this, feature decomposition.
Yeah. But
having this tree, we just starting to understand in what place what we are doing, how it works.
Okay, so seems like this is really evolutionary process. Yep. Why? Because we can change anything. We can change everything. We can't change everything that is going on. On the project, and we need to deliver, as you mentioned before. But at the same time, how are you going to educate the team members in such case specifically?
There is another trick. Let's assume that we created this tree. We have this architecture, but again, people working on their features, as they won't spend their time just to rebuilding their documentation according to your tree. So the way you do it step by step. When you start working on some feature, you get this feature, you sit with your team and say, guys, let's do it a little differently. Let's use this template. Let's now a little bit fix maybe existing documentation. Don't spend a lot of time fixing rewriting it at all, because as you said, it's live. So you do your requirements this way. In half of a year, you will use other diagrams or other notation, okay, or maybe new elements in the diagrams, or maybe you can add some section in your requirements structure. So
and for this proposal, I think that I can suppose, that for this proposal we need to analyze somehow existing project process or processes, yep, workflow and other processes, and define the strengths and weaknesses, yep, that you mentioned before by example.
Yeah, and of course, to understand what we can change, we should first analyze where are our gaps in the process, what is going wrong, and what we can improve. Yeah, so the SWOT analysis, it's just our yeah favorite
silver
instrument
bullet.
here. not silver, but yeah, great technique.
I'm joking. Yeah,
do this job.
Yeah. Thank you, Oleksandr. So seems like we are fine with the second case. We just made some kind of accents for you guys, and we can smoothly shift to the next one, case number 3. How to implement business analysis approach from scratch. Yeah. As for me, in my opinion, this is the most classic, most standard, and most complex case when you with what you can face with. Yeah. So condition really. I think that real conditions or some kind of very popular conditions for such case are to set up BA work process on the bigger scale. Yeah, this is the main goal, to invent custom BA work approach or customized BA work approach for initiated project needs. Yep, and very often everything is going on in some kind of pretty complex work environment, I guess. So, Oleksandr, what we are going to do?
Okay, so let's see. Let's just summarize previous cases and see the main differences. So in first case and the second case, we had already set up some processes, and we should change it. Yeah, and we should educate team, change it more about change management and understanding the value, how to do this. In this case, when you can try, do it right. Yeah. So you start your life from the zero and you will do it everything right and correct.
Yeah.
But then real life comes and you understand there is a lot of limitations. First of all, you should analyze the project context and the project scale. Because for small project we will have one approach, one requirements, and the documents. For bigger project you need more complex flows, some different types of requirements or artifacts, BA artifacts. Then of course we choose approach how we will work on this project. So I don't think that you often will see some standard waterfall. There always will be some iterations, but again there can be if you are happy, real Scrum. There can be Scrum Ban, there can be some other things, but you should understand at least the time of iteration, of how it connects with your release plan, etc., and build on this your business requirements process just to support this process and provide requirements in time. Then you should select the framework that you will use. If you're happy, you can select it by yourself and you can use tools and the framework you are familiar and like. Sometimes client will say, no, we'll write requirements in this format. You should write documentation in this format. Okay, why not? Just learn and adapt. Then select tools. Again, not in all projects you can use Jira and Confluence. In my current project, I am building all the requirements, documentation, the process using Google Workplace, and I should say possible. It's not so comfortable as in Confluence and Jira, but anyway, you can do it if you understand what you want to do. You can build the structure, you can build templates, you can build the flow, and then just start preparing document requirements. Again, just don't even say to yourself that you will do it from the first time and then it will work the same. It's iterative process. You will improve it on each step. You will see that something doesn't work, something you should fix, you should modify, and it's okay. So just try not to do something that not to do documents just for documents. You should understand why you're doing this artifacts, what value you get, how you will use it later, and how much effort you will spend to support it and maintain it. Because it's standard situation with diagrams. You're building a great diagram. It's perfect, detailed. Yeah, but when you need to change something inside, you spend 2 days just moving arrows and
blocks.
And blocks. Yeah. So, and of course, educate your team and stakeholders. Show them the value of things that you are doing. Because sometimes if you don't have correct communication, they will think that you are spending their money just filling out a lot of not useless documents. So show them value, show how will they use it, how will they how these documents, these artifacts will help them to build better project, better product.
Okay, that's great. And I have one more question for you regarding to this approach, to this case. So I think that maybe you can again provide some kind of specific how we can create customized, or how we can customize or customizing just generally BA framework and adopt this framework to the project specific.
Okay, I will say I will tell you something that we should not say as certified BAs. So sometimes in the project you can use use cases, user stories in one project in the same iteration, and sometimes you can use a use case diagram and story map as well as in one project in one. So you just select the right tools for for this job, and
so be flexible. Yeah,
of course, be flexible and focus on the context, focus on your team. If your team understands some tools better than you don't just make this cost benefit analysis. You will spend some effort just to re-educate them. What benefit will you get? Maybe you just adopt and use another tool and you will get almost the same result with less effort. Why not? Yeah.
So, okay, that is awesome. And guys, as usually, we just briefly review very popular 3 cases that BA can face with in his activities, and with Oleksandr, based on his experience, we prepared as usually for you guys. You can't leave our BA Project Insider event without any kind of practical recommendations and some kind of checklist that you're going to use in your practice. So we prepared for you this time BA's work process setup helper, based on our topic idea. And as you can see, we want to provide to your attention the main BA's work focuses. And we just divided all kinds of focuses of BA's work into 3 categories. BA as a coach and educator, based on the first case, BA as a change driver based on the second case, and BA as a creator based on the third one. And at the bottom of this one-pager helper, you can find some kind of personal abilities of business analysts to cover all things and to face in very courage manner with all kinds of challenges at the project. So please take a look on these personal characteristics and just trying to grow these characteristics in your professional behavior. And we're going to share this one-pager helper on our LinkedIn pages. And for sure, you can find them on the BA Global Community page in LinkedIn space as a post. After our webinar. And we also want to announce, with all our pleasure, we want to announce the partnership in conference of partnership between EPAM and IIBA Ukraine chapter. And we're going to provide you some kind of invitation to the conference that's going to be on the 31st of October this month. This conference is for Ukraine business analysts, and will be conducted in Ukrainian language this time. And you can find the link on this screen, how you can go and register to this conference. Welcome guys, welcome to IIBA chapter Ukraine, welcome to EPAM Global BA community. So we are waiting you. And thank you so much, Oleksandr, for this very short but very quick and valuable conversation, as usually. And stay with us. With us, you can find the right and valuable information for your work, for your practical work, guys. And don't forget to subscribe to our social media channels. And take care yourself. Happy Friday. See you next Friday. Thank you, guys.
Happy Friday,
Thank
guys.
you, Oleksandr.
Stay
Bye.
safe. Bye.
Stay safe. Bye.